Hi, everybody. We're here with Jacqueline, and she works with one of the Coldwell Banker partner companies, which is American Home Shield, and they offer home warranty products. So we're just going to give our buyers and sellers some info today about how that works and what it means and what it is exactly.
I'm with American Home Shield. I'm the account manager covering New Jersey, actually, the state of New Jersey. And we're right now in a market where everyone's waiving a home inspection or the multiple offers that we're in. So the warranty is a great way to help buyers and sellers move through the transaction process with the least amount of headaches. So for a seller, what's good for a seller is while the property is listed, the seller has an option to put the warranty coverage on the property. So what is a warranty? It's a service contract that covers mechanical failure of components and parts that fail due to normal usage, normal wear and tear of that particular system or an appliance. So what we do for our clients, or we call them our members, we have a family of members, it's repair first. If we cannot repair that particular item, we'll replace it. It's a like-for-like replacement. The technicians that visit the properties are in our network. They're licensed, bonded, insured, ranked, and monitored. We do a net promoter score with our technicians. So we survey our homeowner and ask the homeowner, would you recommend this technician to a family member or a friend? And we use that score to gauge whether that technician remains in the network or is put on hold or just eliminated from the network altogether. So I mention that because, your clients can feel comfortable with the technician that's going to visit the property. So for sellers while listed, it's a great way to market the property. Nothing is due until or unless the transaction closes when you put the coverage on for the seller. And for the seller, we're going to cover the big ticket items: your heating, air conditioning, ductwork, plumbing, electrical, hot water heater. These are typically issues that come up in home inspection that'll cause a transaction to fall apart or unnecessary out-of-pocket expense for that seller. So the seller can cover the property while listed, and the value to the seller is nothing is due until the transaction closes. And it's marketable. So as agents, you can put it in your blurbs that the warranty is on the property.
We also have nice riders, just so our sellers know. We advertise it physically on the property as well, and it says, covered by the protection plan. So
yeah. And so for the seller, when they do request service, or should they need to request service, there is a service trade call fee that would be due, and that's the technician's trip charge, which is $125 plus tax in the state of New Jersey. For the technician to come out to diagnose mechanical failure, normal wear and tear. And then, of course, if there's any additional items that would be non-covered costs that the seller would have to pay if that was the case. And there are items that may not be included in the coverage. There's always potential non-covered costs. And we do have a very, very detailed sample contract agreement that the sellers can review. And then for the buyers moving into an area where maybe they're not familiar. I moved from North Jersey to South Jersey. I did not have a network of technicians that I was familiar with, and I've used the warranty. I have it on my property 16 years. We just keep renewing it, and that's a value to the buyer as well. They can just continue to renew their coverage. And for a buyer moving in, I think the number is anywhere between 1% and 3% that they should have aside of the asking price for an emergency fund. And homeowners don't realize this. So it's a great way to subsidize their emergency fund.
That's a really good idea. I think it's a way to save money, at least, for the first couple of years as a new homeowner until you're familiar and can kind of maybe start thinking about making any of these repairs yourselves. It can be really daunting, the idea of, I'm responsible for everything about this house now. So it's a little peace of mind for people knowing that some of those
What's important to note as well, and homeowners again, and they're going to look to you for recommendations, is usage and maintenance changes. So a family of 2 may move out and a family of 5 may move in. Usage and maintenance on systems and appliances will change. And
Very
that
good. You go
is
from dishwasher once every 2 days to twice
Every
a day
day.
sometimes.
every
So,
day, so usage and maintenance are reasons for mechanical failure. So it's important for buyers to know that, and they don't, or it's good to remind them.
oh,
you know.
definitely. Well, this is our reminder video. We
Yes.
wanted to let everybody know that this was an option. And again, we don't want to get too much into the weeds today for our viewers, but we just wanted to tell everybody that this is something that is an option that's available to them. And we have Jacqueline is our great rep. You would speak to her personally. She covers our area. So you would want to look up all of your coverage documents online to be sure exactly what you're getting, how much it costs, and then Jacqueline can clarify any questions that people might have. So.
Right. So the marketing material, the application, either you can provide or I could provide. And our application would include the 3 plans available, what the pricing would be, and the premium. Also, any of the premiums, depending upon plan that the homeowner would choose, we have to add sales tax to that premium as well. So just be aware of that. And then typically the way, if an agent says to me, can you speak to my client? I will, first question, did your agent give you anything to look at? Because homeowners, no matter what, I feel people learn visually. So I will email to them the application and the sample contract guidelines so that they can view it as we have a conversation, or view it and then start a dialogue after that. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Very
Well,
good.
thanks for joining us.
Yes.
And we'll reach out as soon as we have anybody who has any questions for you.
Look forward to it. Nice to meet you, ladies.
All right.
No, thank you.
Bye.